Some people may notice that we use different terminology in the way that we refer to the target audience that we're working with. For example, Peter, you use
people with disability.
And the reason for that?
Well, in Australia, and this may not be the case elsewhere, but it may be, it was kind of I'm not sure where it came from, I think it was a government directive. It's based on people first terminology, so people comes before the disability is the reasoning behind that sort of terminology, and it's used widely across Australia. But that's not the case in other countries.
No, for instance, in the UK and in other countries, the approved terminology, and when I say approved, that's what disabled people's advocacy groups and the advocacy movement prefer, is referring to people as disabled people. The reason for that is it's a social model interpretation. So what the disabled people is saying is that people are disabled by society, disabled by societal barriers, negative attitudes, as opposed to non-disabled people who are not disabled by those barriers. So it's an interpretation, it's terminology based on a social model interpretation.
There are different interpretations, and we'll do a whole episode around terminology in the future, so watch out for that. But just be aware that there is different types of terminology, and that's because it's used differently in different countries, and there are reasons for that as well.
Okay, but I think the key thing is that we're all pulling in the same direction, and it's not an issue in terms of our interpersonal work, and it shouldn't be hopefully for anybody else out there. It's just that people use different terminology in different parts of the world. So we kind of reflect that in our own backgrounds.